of 1972, a woman appeared in Cedar Sinai Hospital in nothing but a white, blood-covered gown. Now this in itself should not be too surprising, as people often have accidents nearby and come to the nearest hospital for medical attention. But there were two things that caused the people who saw her to vomit and flee in terror. The first being that she wasn't exactly human. She resembled something close to a mannequin, but had the texture and fluid of a normal human being. Her face was as flawless as a mannequin's, devoid of eyebrows and smeared in makeup. From the moment she stepped through the entrance to when she was taken to the hospital room and being cleaned up and prepped for sedation, she was completely calm, expressionless, motionless. The doctors thought it best to restrain her until the authorities could arrive, and she did not protest. They were unable to get any kind of response from her, and most staff members felt too uncomfortable to look directly at her for more than a few seconds. But the second the staff tried to sedate her, she fought back with extreme force. Two members of staff had to hold her down as her body rose up from the bed with the same blank expression. She turned her emotionless eyes towards the male doctor and did something unusual. She smiled. As she did, the female doctor screamed and let go out of shock. In the woman's mouth were not human teeth, but long, sharp spikes, too long for her mouth to close fully without causing any damage. The male doctor stared back at her for a moment before asking, "What in the hell are you?" She cracked her neck down to her shoulder to observe him, still smiling. There was a long pause. The security had been alerted and could be heard coming down the hallway. She stood up and leaned over him, her face coming dangerously close to his as the life faded from his eyes. She leaned in closer and whispered into his ear, "I am God." He went into shock, and she quickly disappeared. The other female doctor named her the Expressionless, and there was never a sighting of her again. So my dark ones, that was my first creepypasta narration. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment what you think. Follow me on all forms of social media, and if you're interested, support my Patreon for more exclusive content. Bye guys.